So today's topic, what we have taken is optimization of stale delivery with erection order and preliminary load planning. So my name is Mohit, and I'm basically taking care of the support activity for Nemetschek India. I have 15-year experience, and during this time, I have held significant roles like steel detailer, checker, team leader, project manager, trainer, and a department head. So in NEM India, I'm basically taking care of pre-sale and post-sale activity, customer satisfaction, and overall product awareness. So this is a brief introduction about the company. So Nemetschek was founded by Sir George Nemetschek in 1963, and the establishment has many non-profitable foundations and is a promoter of education, science, art, and culture. Nemetschek advocates open BIM standards and interoperability, and we provide software solutions across the life cycle of a building, right from planning, design, and construction. Softwares are developed by market pioneers who understand the industry challenges and pain areas. And at Nemetschek, we spend 24% of the revenue in research and development. So we hold 13 strong brands which cater across 4 strong segments. And we are approx 1 million company and 7 million user worldwide. And we have 4,000 global employees working for us. And Nemetschek, these are the 4 segments where we cater our solutions. So the first is planning and design, where we have products like Allplan, Graphisoft, Risa, Solibri, Vectorworks. Under Nemetschek Engineering, we have Freelo and Sia. Then under Built and Construct, we have Bluebeam and Nevaris. Operate and Manage, we have Crim Solution and Spacewell. And under Media and Entertainment, we have Maxon. Also, we have digital twin units, which are DRofus and DTwin, which is running across all the 3 segments. So these are the topics which we are going to cover today. So first we look into the introduction about SDS. Then we will see what are the toolbox items like SDS2 toolbox, cost estimator, erection order, and preliminary load planning. And then in a demonstration, we will see how these tools can help in optimizing your work. Okay, and then we will have some sample projects. So I'll just give you an introduction about the software. So it is the only market steel detailing solution which has connection design and fabrication intelligence, and it enables steel modeling with automated clash-free connections and produce high quality of drawings. Also, we have conducted a survey worldwide, globally, where 280 companies have participated and 70% of the users are satisfied with the software. 63% have quoted that they are able to take more projects, and 59% of the users have quoted that they are able to take larger projects. So this is a SDS toolbox item. So toolbox are basically plugins which can offer a variety of tools that can help you in streamlining your workflow, automate your repetitive tasks, and improve your productivity. So toolbox item, if you are in current maintenance or you have subscription license, you can use them. So I'll just show you one small window. So you can go on to SDS2 site, you can go under support, and you can go on to SDS toolbox. So these are all the toolbox items what we offer. So we have we have toolbox installer. We have Allplan profile catalog where 16 countries profiles are available. Then we have SAF, that is structural analysis format, which can you can have a bidirectional integration with any analytic tool like SIA, Freelo, DC. Basically, this format is generally used in a North American environment. Then you have a model alignment tool. So if you're importing any reference model, you can align it. Then you have FabStation compatible export you can take out. You have MeasureMate. This is a Can-Am product. You can take out that export. You have connection with Pipe Server. You have Chevy William plugin. You have the updated plugin for CIS2 and CIS and AISC 16 edition. You have BIM Plus. BIM Plus is basically a cloud collaboration platform. Then you have the preliminary load planning. This is the tool which we are going to consider in today's topic. We have erection order where you can, which this is also we are going to cover in today's topic. Then we have a Bendtech tool, which is generally used for bending the pipes for handrails. This is a HGG pipe cutter, a similar kind of tool. Then we have a plugin for Autodesk Revit compatibility. RISA is our own product, which is an analytical tool. Then we have a tool for coordinating with Tekla PowerFab. We have plugins to automate your task like adding ear plates or no paint finish, leveling plates. This is a patented connection called as shrinking connection for HSS tube to HSS tube connection. This is a splice connection. These kind of connections plugin are also available, so you can directly apply this connection. Then you can add a beam bearing plate. You have integration for MITech. You have toolbox like Durafuse. This is also another patented tool. You can take out a compatible export for EMI piece marker export. You have tool for cost estimation. This is also a topic for today. You can take out Stromis export MRP system. Then you have a compatible export for core brace. You can have a plugin for, directly measuring the dimensions. This is the dimension clearance. You can feed that and all the dimensions will come as per the given tolerance. This is a dimension measure member. So if you activate this tool, you can see all the dimension of the member, what you have detailed. This is generally for checking the galvanization steel. So all these tool items are there like Z-Min export, welded stud, deck support. So you can, if you go to more, you have a brief introduction of what this tool does, what all version of SDS it is compatible with. Then you have a small documentation for that. You can go for this and you have a small video to make you understand what exactly this tool does. So if I show you a video, so initially it is just for, it will show you how, you have to, how to install the tool, then how you can use it. Okay. So what type of report will come, what type of vent holes will come. So small video, it is with all the tools which you can see. This kind of report will come and you can understand. So what does the tool basically provides? Okay. So coming back to my presentation. Share. Okay, so again, I'm sharing my presentation. Okay, so this is basically a brief introduction about the toolbox item. Then we have cost estimator tool. So what does this do? If you have a stick model made in the SDS2 software, as you select, so there is a pre-feeded value. So like your material cost, your bolt cost, hole, weld, it consider all the parameters which are crucial for fabrication. It generally determines what will be the length of the material, how much cost will be implied. If there is a hole, what is the diameter? If there is a cut, what is the dimension? Based on that parameters or the steel weight, it will basically calculate what is the costing of the project. Okay. So this is a very helpful tool. If you're bidding for any customer, if you give this kind of input to the customer, so, it will be very helpful for you to have a better chance of winning the bid. Then the second tool is erection order. So this is generally used by the fabricator or the shop person at the time of delivery. This is generally used for logistic planning. So, sorry, this is a tool which is used by the erector field person. My bad. So basically, if any tight schedule or crunch is there, this tool can be used by the field person. So here in SDS, you can define the exact erection order. It will give you Excel report. This report you can submit to your erector. He can easily use this report and can erect the steel into a much better way and it will streamline his work. You can also feed this same erection order report into your logistic planning tool called as load planning and delivery planning. This comes with all the SDS2 license, this tool. Okay, so you can feed that data. So basically what this will do, it will have a truck bed. You can define the truck dimension, the overhang dimension, and then you can load the steel based on your erection order onto the truck bed to optimize it. Okay. So these are all the partnership and integration SDS have. So SDS for with the automated machine, SDS integration with Bentech, a control automation, Diota, EMI 11, EMI, FI-SIP, Lightning Rail, Lincoln Electric, Paddingus, PIP Technologies, Pipe Server, Shop Data, Sigma Nest, Vernon, Wootman, Zeeman, and AJT Robotics. There are much more. I have not covered all here. Then with the partnership, SDS have partnership with MI Tech, your Durafuse, Autodesk, Corebrace, Simpson Ties. Also, it has integration with Hexagon, Magnus, Risa, Voice to CAD. With the MRP system, SDS integration with Infosight, P2, Radley, Steel Projects, Strubitz, and PowerFab. Below this line, there are all the formats which SDS can import and export. So SDS can import in 3D. It can import a CS2 file, IFC, DGN, DWG, IGES, STEP, SDNF, XML, E57, which is a point cloud file, XML, and .ntl file. And similarly, in 2D, SDS can import and export a DWG, DF, DXF, DXB, DGN, and PDF file. So now we'll quickly jump onto the demonstration part. I don't want to waste much time. Okay. So let's start with demonstration. So currently I'm using SDS2 2024 for this demonstration. And before we start, I want to set up a few things so everything will be streamlined. So let's go to project setting and plug in defaults and command plugins. So here you have all your toolbox items which you can download from the website, you know, uh, and everything is populated into this window, and you can customize it here. So every time whenever you jump, you do not have to again and again keep changing the things. You can set up everything once as a default setting, and whenever you are taking out the export, you know everything will be okay. So now let's go on to the erector order setup. So this is the general menu which we have for erector order. So you can put your prefix and suffix. Generally it is used for shipping purpose and all. So then we have the the simulation speed. So simulation speed is basically whenever you set the order, it will give you a video of how the things are being erected. So that video simulation, you can set the speed. Then status display, you can set. So what will happen whenever you're selecting a member, you can select it using the status display. Okay. And currently I'm leaving it as it is, but you can always select whether you want it or not. Okay. So this is a good option which you can use. Then the next option in the erection order is the select data columns. So here you can choose what all column should come into your Excel report. So where you have your sequencing, piece mark, description, weight, elevation, nearest grids, intersection if you want, member number, the zone data. Okay. So you can just select the members. So all those selected items will be included into your list. And if you want to move or you want to set the order, so in that condition, just to select and you can just move up and down. So that order will rearrange itself. So this is one setting, and so I generally prefer you have the first, I think 6 settings. It's a default setting. Okay. Other than that, there is a Excel report option. So this is just a layout option, how you want your Excel report. It's nothing much. You can always, go and set this report as per your requirement. Okay. So I'm just pressing OK and coming out of the setup. Okay, there is one more setup we have to do is for the load planning. So let's go and open this. It is also having the same setup, kind of same setup. The only thing, we have the maximum load weight is there. So now what this will be, so if you are having any container or any shipping, there is a limit. So you can put that limit. So whenever it is taking out any, the piece marks which need to be loaded onto the ship, it will always consider this limit and it will not go beyond this. Okay. If required, it's generally a 50,000 lbs, a pound limit is there. So you can change it to 49. So it's just, you can do that. Okay. So I'm just moving it to the maximum limit. Okay. And other setting is the same. So you can select the data. You can select the data from your status display. Okay. And in this, I also want to include my sequence. Okay. So right after my erection order, and I will again reselect all the settings again. Okay. Then other settings are same Excel export. So you can select your page layout, column titles, what you want, how your text body should look. General settings, you can choose it up to yourself. Okay. So now let's open the model. Just give me a moment, it is opening. Okay, so I'll just go to my isometric view. So this is a standard model, industrial tower model, which we use in our webinars. So, it is having some hopper stairs and, columns. So before I run my erection order, I will just put my status display. So, I know how my model is divided into sequencing and all. So, and I can also prioritize, how I want to send my erection order. So for status display loading, I already have a saved uh, sequence. So, okay, I'll just open. So now you can see, I have everything color coded, and you can easily track out what is the sequence, and so blue is generally the first sequence, and then yellow is my miscellaneous member. So these are the sequences I have set. So maroon is for the sequence 2, cyan is for my sequence 3, purple is for my sequence 4, and olive is for my sequence 5. Okay, so I'll just close this. Okay, so if you see, the blue and red basically share a column line. So, I know before erecting all the steel, I want my the red column line also to be included in that shipping. So for that, you have to prioritize the steel shipping as per the framing condition. So let's run our erection order tool. So if you're not sure where to find it, you can always find it into the toolbox tab. And if you do not find it, you can always take help of the search bar. You can just type it here, and it's a very cool feature. So as you select the erection order, it will also, you can see the toolbox item is highlighted. So, and if I select it, I can basically see where my erection order tool is. So it will help you to, find out the tools in a more streamlined way. So let's run this, and you can see now my entire model is highlighted. So this is currently beginning order is 1. So I'm starting. Okay. And I will just go to my add command, and so I can choose my items. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And as I'm selecting it, it's converting into solid. Okay. And I'll just right click and say okay, and I'll see my erection order report. So you can see it's pretty sleek. Everything is now included as I'm selecting it. So it is currently in sequence 3. All the tabs which I've selected, so all tabs are already here. So like your erection order, sequence, piece mark, descriptions. So there's one more thing I can show you. So it will help you, you know, to have a better visual option. So I'll just close this model, and okay, so I have to restart the model if I do the changes. So let's go to my custom properties and my member properties. And what I will do under SDS2 erector, I will order of erection. I will okay, order of erection. I will just add to my details. Okay, I make sure that I select the erection view member labels, and I just press OK. And I am do one more thing. So under SDS2 fabricator also, I want to select my fabricator option. So, in that condition, that data will be pulled into your load planning. So I will put my load numbers. I will put into my detail. I'll just check whether I have my erection view member load selected. So now I will go into my detailing and erection member labels. And now what I will do, I will just add my custom properties here, what I have activated. So if I go on to the last option, I have my steel erector order. I want to set it as lengthwise on the left hand side. So these are basically the label positions, how it is going to be represented into the model. So next I will select my SDS2 fabricator loads. I will choose it lengthwise. I'll keep it in right center, and I'll keep it above and just save it. So now it's done. Now I will just open my model again. And okay, again going to my isometric view. So now if I turn into solid opaque, okay, so you can see now, you can notice that the numbers are shown in the base of the columns. So this is very valuable, and it will give you a visual representation on how the erection order is being set. Okay, so again we'll go and run the erection order. So okay, so I'll just put that erection order. So I already placed one, I set the erection order for the first column line. So now I will just start adding. So it's with the fifth column it will start. So I'll just start adding my column number 5, column 6, column number 7, 8, and 9. Okay, I just press OK. So now you can see if the report opens. Now everything which I've selected isn't set in the order. So now for some reason, if I don't want my any item, so for example, I can remove a row. Okay, so I remove my 8 number column, okay, from the list. And now if I open, you can see the 8 number is removed. Now, if you want to readjust the order, you just have to go and you have to reorder it. And you can see now it is reordered. Okay. And for example, for some reason, if I missed and I have to again add a line. Okay. So what I can do is I can just go ahead. I can go to 7. I can just press it as 7. Okay. I'll just add, and I can select the 7 again. I can go to 8, and I can select the next column is 9. So you can see it's a, now due to this label, it is pretty much visible how we are setting our erection order. So I just close out of this window. Okay. Okay, so there is one thing I forgot to do here. So let me load my status display here and load my sequence. So now using this color coding, you can easily, find out which steel need to be considered to be prioritized in your erection order. And there is one more thing. What you can do is you can feed this status display directly into your setting. So you can go into your command plugins. And then you can, using these settings, you can browse and you can directly feed your status display here. And it can be helpful at the time of loading your erection order. It's up to you if you want to use it or not. So it's totally up to the user. So I'm just going to close this and let's go on to my model. So just to expedite this webinar, I have already done an erection order on this model. So this is a complete model where erection order is already done. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to open my erection order, and I'm just going to, there are total 8 pages, and there are 193 members in this erection order. And all the erection order is being set as per our priority. Let me run a simulation for this. This is a 4x speed which I have considered, and you can keep it up to your requirement. This is basically going to help you to display how the steel is being erected. The erection order, what you have set in the same order, the steel is going to get erected. If you think any issue or any editing needs to be done, you can do that. Okay. You can also, rotate the model, or you can zoom in, zoom out, while the erection order is being in progress. So you can see here, currently 83% is the status. It will take some time. So you can see it is very interactive display where user can easily see how the steel is is being ordered for erection. So I'll just go and create. Okay. So this is the erection order tool, which how it looks like. Now I will open my preliminary load planning. So this is the same procedure. You can always search it from the search bar, how we done in the erection order. So you can open the preliminary load planning for Vim Toolbox option, and it is having the same display. The only difference is you have a limit here. You can choose the member or add the member into this list by selection. So I'm selecting the members, and as I'm selecting, you can see out of my entire limit, 45,000 limit, it is showing me the percentage, how many capacity is being consumed of the container. So currently I don't want to do this the long way, so I'm just currently resetting it. So I just reset all the load numbers. How here we are going to do is, we are going to go and we are going to add the steel by erection order. Okay, so here I'm just going to first reset it to 4900. So this is a new model, we have done it into the old model. So now I will choose add by erection order. So you can see it is auto simulated, and automatically it is considering all the steel up to a limit of 49,000 weight, and this is the load one. So it is considering all the steel as per my erection order, how I have prioritized my steel for erection on the field. Now this is the load 2. It is almost done. So now you can, I'll just open my report. So here you can see there are 2 different truckloads. So the load number 1 is of 48,000 and the load number 2 is of 28,000. As I select the load, you can see the steel has been selected in my model. So I can clearly differentiate how a steel is being selected into what truckload. So this is my truckload 2. Okay, so this is a pretty easy option. Instead of selecting all the members one by one, you can directly select all the truckloads based on your erection order. And this is a more practical approach where you can ship the steel which is prioritized on your erection order. Okay, so now I will just open a Excel report for the same. It is taking some time. Let me open, let me expand this. Okay, okay, let me expand this. Okay, so if I open my truckload 1, you can see I have 136 members, and all these members are included into truckload one. The total weight is 48,690, and you know regarding all the project shipment dates, actual dates and all, you can use your update attributes option for doing this. So I just close this. There is one more thing I just want to show you. So how we have done the erection order numbers into the model display, we can also do the load planning numbers. So for that, you have to again go on to your plugin defaults, custom properties and your member properties. You have to again add your fabrication, since this is a complete model which I've separately created. So that's why we have to again add this. So fabrication loads, and again we have to go on to detailing and erection view member labels, and we have to add that SDS2 fabricated load number here. This is, I want lengthwise, I want on right corner, and I want it above. Okay. So now if I have to again open my model, it will take some time. So now you can see all my the load numbers are populated here. You can see all the steel uh, with label 1 is in truckload number 1, and all the steel with 2 number is basically in the truckload 2. So this will basically give you a visual representation on what steel is being set as per the truckload. You can always go into display option and you can remove these custom properties as and when required. I'm again turning this on. Okay, so this is how you have to load the erection order and the load planning. Now I'll just load my status display for load number. So now through this my status display, I can clearly see what all steel is in my truckload 1 and what all steel is in my truckload 2. So now we have set our erection order and load planning. Now we will export this model to our load planning module. So this is just a free module which comes with all the modeling and the ultimate license. Okay, so I will just select my entire model and I'll save it on my local system. Just give me a moment. So it is being exported in an IFC format. So this is my load planning system. I will just simply import my model. Okay, I've already saved a copy of this. So okay, so I'm just simply importing the model. I just press okay. It is importing. Just give me a moment. So let me import the IFC file. It will take some time. So now this is my model which is imported. Okay, and let me quickly set my truck here. So what I'll do, I'll set my new trailer. I'll just keep the name as webinar. I'll set my dunnage height to 8, and I will also give a overhang limit. So I'll just select all and I'll add. So it will quickly give me a shape of my trailer. I'll add the wheels. Okay, so now I have a rough idea how my trailer will look. Now I will start loading the steel. So I'll create 2 filters. So first is my truck for truckload 1. So let me quickly filter the steel. So I'll go for my load number and I will just add it to my filter. Okay, I'll create another. So just let me untick this. Okay, and I'll create the next for. Okay, so now I'll create the next one for my truckload 2. So okay, so you can see all the steel which is in truckload 1 and 2, they're segregated. Now what I will do, I quickly, uh, load the steel onto my truck. So let me filter this down. What I will do, I will just only select the columns for my first upload. Okay, so put me some filtration. Okay, so I set my another filter to column. So I have all my columns ready to be loaded onto the truck bed. I will just create a tagging list for all the columns. So now I'll start loading the steel onto my truck. So this will, okay. So let me select, and as I select, all the columns will be loaded onto the truck. So at any condition where there is a collision or there is a fit up issue, the steel will be highlighted in red, else it will be in green. Okay, so this will quickly help me to load the steel on the truck in the best optimized way. Okay, so I think for the webinar, I think the steel is okay. So this is how basically you can give a clear, a fair idea to your fabricator in his logistic management. So now we will quickly jump onto some project examples. So this is a project example which is done on SDS2. It is Jocelyn Art Museum, which is in Nebraska. It is a 1450 square feet of tonnage of steel. It has a curved stair. So and it has a very complex connections. Then this is a community independent school. This is 320 ton of steel, which has, if you see here, it has a curved stair here. Then this is another shell rock soy processing plant. This is again 1450 ton of steel. And then we have a Gillette Stadium, which is lighthouse building. It's a stadium where we have 22-story of lighthouse and 360-degree observation deck. In this, if you see green color column, it was the most complicated part where we have to give a Y-shape column for supporting the structure. And this is the model versus live images. I would request everyone to